So I agree, but to the extent that we have, somewhere between 11 and 13 million people that are undocumented here, and we do need to provide some sort of pathway to be able to retain that workforce, because without them, it will devastate our economy. It devastates our way of life. When we think about the construction industry, clean drinking water, the roads that we drive on, the infrastructure that needs to be created through natural disasters. So we need to create that pathway. We've actually have moved in a very aggressive approach. This week, we've emailed every single member of Congress from the House and the Senate proposing our policy on building America stronger. And that policy is to provide a pathway for a work visa for people that are undocumented. They pay a restitution fine. We make them taxpayers, and this will generate approximately about $50 billion in new revenue over the next 5 years. And we're asking that revenue to be reinvested back into the Workforce Development Act, so that way we can start building this pipeline of essential workers that we need.
Okay, so President Trump is saying that changes are coming. Michael, what does that mean? What changes can we expect?
So they're going to have to figure something out. As George mentioned, there are millions, 10 to 12 million people that have entered the country illegally. Somehow there has to be a penalty or something for doing that. Otherwise, everybody's going to continue to try to get in here illegally and then try to find a job and say, well, I'm here, I need a work permit. So they're going to have to come up with a plan that addresses this. The other problem is, what about all the immigrants that came into the country legally and they spent years becoming a citizen and doing the right thing? We have to recognize that they did it in the proper way, and people that did it in the improper way, we're somehow going to have to find a balance that recognizes we need the people to work here, but we can't allow people to come into the country illegally. Maybe there's some kind of a thing where you tell them to go home, or we're going to let you stay. I don't know if a fine or something is enough. We'll have to see with what the Trump administration comes up with. This is a very difficult problem.